Alright, hello everyone. I am playing Elder Scrolls Online, a game that I haven't played for in years. And
You're
from
awake.
what?
Oh, thank the stars.
And from what I can remember is a few things. Can't really remember a lot. First of all, I don't remember. Oh god, my mouse sensitivity is really high. I don't remember this. Last time I played, the opening was like the vampire one that like led you into what's it called? I need to fix the settings. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Turn that down. PC subtitles, I'll take that out. Play. But yeah, last time I played, we had the opening, the opening thing was the Greymore one, I think it's called. I need to turn that down. I'm so sorry. Nameplates, turn that on, please. Okay, that should be good. Okay, that's better. I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness. I don't want camera shake. Screen shake, turn that off, please. Okay. Now I'm ready. Hello. I don't remember this opening at all.
There you are, on your feet. I know magical translocation can really upset the stomach. Just take a moment and get your bearings, all right? The Isle of Bolfiera, home of Clan Durini. I apologize for the cramped accommodations. We pride ourselves on courtesy, but circumstances here have taken a turn for the bizarre. I needed to make sure you weren't a danger to yourself or others.
Oh, okay.
You might not be so eager to escape once you hear what's going on. You arrive via a portal, along with a Daetric beast called Shiazel. It seized control of our golems and unleashed them on the island. If I free you, will you help me stop Shiazel?
I have no other options, so sure.
Wise choice. Just give me a moment. There. That should unlock the door. When you're ready, follow me.
But I haven't played this game in like roughly a year. I don't really think I've missed out on much, but yeah,
There you are.
been a while.
Free as a spring cricket. I hope you intend to keep your word. We'll need each other out there. Of that I'm certain. The name's Norianwe, by the way, of Clan Durini. Pleased to make your acquaintance. We're bound for a place called the Keyrights Gallery. But first, I need to know you can defend yourself. Hurtling through the Orbis and falling flat on your ear left you a bit scattered. Find a weapon, and we'll work out the cobwebs. Fair? Of course. I can't promise total transparency, but I'll be as forthcoming as I can. The Keyrights Gallery is an ancient substructure of Bolfiera Island, built long before my clan arrived. On account of all the doors, the gallery's full of ancient gates, each with some arcane connection to places in Tamriel and beyond. Once the gates came to life, rifts opened. You fell out of one of them. The Daedra, Shiazel, emerged from another.
Yeah, this opening is definitely new to me.
I cast an incantation of the steed, snatched you up, and fled as fast as my feet would carry me. I heard the Daedra cursing, followed by some kind of explosion, but I didn't look back. I hope the gallery is still standing. Would it frustrate you to hear that I have no idea? We Dureni are cautious by nature, so the Isle of Bolfiera has many defenses. Magical stone guardians protect many of our sacred sites, but somehow this Daedra found a way to turn them against us. Ugh, do I have to? If I recall my studies correctly, I'd say it's a harvester, a huge serpentine creature that feeds on souls and magicka. If it finds a way to consume the energies of the gallery, we will be in very serious trouble. Nothing irresponsible, if that's what you're asking. I'm a member of Clan Dureni's Intelligence Guild, the Cinderella. More scholar.
Oh, whoops. Well, I know what that button does. God dang it, oh well. Oh my god, yes, I know. I needed- okay, yeah, I remember this. Give me, thank you. Now that's not gonna bother me anymore. What am I gonna do? It's a healing staff. Might do a full-on lifesteal build. Let's go.
Larger weapons like staves and great axes will take both hands to use. You can pair smaller weapons with a Yes, I think that one suits you. If you change your mind, feel free to take any other weapon you want.
Nope.
Now, let's find a spot to practice.
Okay, that does that. That uses it. That's block. I don't know what Q does. C puts it away. Okay. I might just do a full-on lifesteal build. I'm playing as a necromancer because I've actually never played as a necromancer before.
This is as good a place as any. Now, prepare yourself while I conjure up a dance partner. Let's begin.
Hello.
Quickly now, strike the construct.
What is happening? Is this really the tutorial? I think they fixed the healing staff, because if I remember correctly, you would be able to like just hold down the staff for as long as you wanted, but now it's like forcing my character to pull it back. What is- did I break the tutorial? What is happening? I remember it's supposed to like show you how to do like, the light attack, and then like the heavy attack, and then like blocking. But like, and then it like teaches you to fucking dodge and stuff. But like, I think I broke the tutorial. Can I get out of the tutorial? I kinda know how to fight. Can I? Oh my god. I can't kill this thing either.
Impressive.
Oh!
Attack.
I was doing that! I was...
Top marks.
Okay, I was
Brilliant.
holding down the button instead of just clicking
Ready
it.
yourself. Quick, strike while it's off.
That's the heavy attack that I was
Keep up
doing.
the defense. Use your heaviest attack. You're unnatural. Block its strike. Strike hard. Now.
Okay,
some
it's
things will touch
fixed.
with sand.
Oh yeah, the stupid
Quickly,
restraining
break
thing.
free.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself. Again, make ready.
I literally never
Now
use
back.
this.
Now press your advantage with a heavy attack.
I will probably
Swiftly now.
never
Interrupt
use
it.
that.
Interrupt now, before it strikes. When your enemy prepares an attack. Good, now destroy it. Well done. Come speak with me for a moment.
Oh boy. Oh yay, stats. Yes, I know about that. So yeah, I am playing as the Necromancer. Probably just gonna do like full lifesteal. Yeah. I don't have a skill point. Oh, right, I gotta claim it over there. Let's get some more magicka. Yes, I remember. Okay. What does this one do? Interesting. That one does lifesteal. We're doing it. Okay, so it's the number buttons. I gotta remember that. Yeah, I know. Nope. Level up, please? How do I level it up? Okay, I gotta press E. It's been a while, so bear with me. Pants. No. E, please. Thank you. Pants.
With moves like that, the Daedra doesn't stand a chance. Yes, I'd say we're ready to set out. To reach the Keyride's gallery, we have to make it out of this ruin and across a wide field full of the golems I mentioned. With any luck, we'll be able to
Yo,
slip
what's
past
up,
them.
Ty and
But
Low?
I'm not all that lucky, so I'm sorry in advance.
How y'all doing, Ty and Low?
Well, it begins with a door, the first of many. The only way to access the gallery is through a mysterious gateway. Once we pass through that initial door, we'll step into a huge vault. This is the part that worries me most. I believe Shiazel, the Daedric creature that's causing all this mischief, may have nested itself in there. So be prepared to fight. I can't say anything with certainty, but ridding the world of an otherworldly abomination can't hurt, right? Its influence might linger for a time, but the golems should return to normal before too long. Hopefully.
Oh, it's Logan. How are you doing, bud? If you don't know what game I'm playing, I'm currently playing, what does Clearwater do? I don't remember. I am currently playing Elder Scrolls Online, which is like the most recent Elder Scrolls game. What is that? Oh. Cool. It's basically like an MMO version of, the Elder Scrolls series. And I haven't played this game in a long time.
One of the stray golems. We might want to sneak past it.
Whoops. Oh well. Nice. Combat is exactly the same as I remember it being. I have bad internet right now, it keeps lagging. Oof. Is it the stream lagging, or is it just you guys lagging? Because it could also be on my end as well. Do I want to do heavy? Since I'm doing mage stuff, I probably want to stay with light. armor. As much as I would love to have the armor, I'm going to stay light. That one's light as well. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm gonna stay with light armor. Let's just do a full-on mage run. Let's go. I also have a bad habit of picking up literally everything in this game. And I remember there's just like a whole bunch of random stuff. I know there's crafting in this game, but I've never actually crafted before. So maybe I might try it. Maybe I won't. I don't remember.
Almost there. Let's hurry.
Okay. Hold on a second, lady. There's armor. That one gives me more magicka. Sweet. I don't know why I picked I don't know why I picked that up. I don't need a dagger. You can't even sell them if I remember correctly.
Right. The entrance to the Keyride's gallery should be east of here. Let's set out.
Yeah, the dagger literally convert to Morag Tong style. What the heck does that mean? What is this? That's better. Put that on. These I can't sell, so just destroy those. Can't sell that, destroy that. I don't know if destroying this stuff is good or anything, but like, no, please. Okay. What? What was that? Oh, the compass. Okay, yeah, I know about the compass. Change camera perspective. Yeah, I know about that. I am gonna be playing this game entirely in first person, by the way. Don't expect to see me playing in third person, because I've never played it in third person. I've always played it in first person. I'm just better at it that way. I like the first person feel. Okay, we are heading off that way. The heck? Oh, there's a thing up there. Hello. This is gonna get some getting used to. Is cats. Okay. What it are those statues or butterfly? I have a butterfly.
Careful. Game wardens often set traps around here.
Hello. Probably gonna be stronger, but you know what? Let's go. Ooh. Arm. Helmet. Restoration staff. I'll take one of those. I think the cuirass is medium armor, if I remember correctly. Interesting. I got better staff. Nice helmet. That I can destroy. Okay. Sweet. I'm gonna be doing a lot of this, by the way. Kind of just going around and looking at the world and stuff. Oh look, it's another person. Like I said, this is an MMO game, so we're gonna be seeing like other people playing. I don't know what the pewter necklace is, or the pewter ring. Are those ones that you have to like enchant yourself? Probably. I just answered my own question. Oof. I'm not used to fighting with a staff. My one character that my very first character I made is actually a dark elf sorcerer, but I ended up dual wielding daggers with it. It's kind of strange. I did a lot in that game. I think it's like level 40 if I last remember.
The Curate's gallery is in here. Let's head inside.
But yeah, I've decided to make a new character and see all what's new, because like I said, I haven't played this in roughly a year. For starters, this... Oh. Hello. Oh, they have a doggo! Look at that, that's so cute. Like I said, this opening is new to me. The one opening I remember is, the one for the Greymore quest, I think it is. What is that? The stash. This is all light armor. Yeah, it is. Okay, I need that. And those. Sweet. And I also, funny thing is that I ended up buying, I actually pre-ordered the most recent DLC, the Blackwood DLC, and then, and then I just stopped playing the game. Like, I like loaded in my old character to see if like I could actually stream this. I like recorded a bit to see if it worked or not. And it like, the game gave me all of the items that I got from pre-ordering Blackwood. It's like, oh wow.
Well, this... Jeffers' bones.
Whoops.
The surge of magicka created by the portals you came through. It must have cracked this sky shard. Without a functioning sky shard, this gate remains locked, and there's no way for us to proceed. Damn! Unless you have a set of enchanting tools and a working knowledge of meteoric empowerment theory, no, there's nothing for it. We need to find a replacement. I saw one in a vault just south of here a few days ago, but it was flanked by one of the island's more powerful golems. Normally, I'd say we should search for another option, but given the circumstances, I think we have to risk it.
I feel like the little movement anime. Go away. I don't want to see chat. No, I don't want to see the chat. Go away. Ah. Okay, there we go. I feel like this little animation over here for like the characters talking, it looks nicer than what I remember. Did they do like an update on that? Because it definitely looks nicer.
Of course. Let's not tarry too long, though.
I know what sky shards are. I don't need to.
It's a monstrous sentinel called a gargoyle. I've never seen one fight, but by all accounts, they are far more powerful than the golems we've faced thus far.
Alrighty then. This person's still... Oh, never mind. Hello. Okay, goodbye. You're also gonna see me do that a lot.
Shot is there.
You're also gonna see me do that a lot. Me just like looking at people and going hello, and then them just running away. Butterfly. Hello, cat.
There it is! The sky shard!
Ooh! My first boss.
Dodge quickly! To the side!
You don't need to heal me, lady. I got the tools to heal. Dang, he doesn't give any loot.
What? Did you just absorb the energy of that shard? Incredible. Not quite what I intended, but we can work with this. Let's head back to the gate. We should hurry back to the gate. We don't...
This is gonna be too easy for me, isn't it? The freaking necromancer thing I'm doing. It's gonna end up making the game too easy. I feel it. I jump. Why do I jump so high? What's over here? Jesus. Okay, absolutely nothing of importance.
All right. Moment of truth. Focus on the sky shard aperture.
You did it.
With any luck,
Let's speak for
it'll
a moment.
respond to the power you absorbed and unlock the gate.
There was two of them talking at the same time. Oh, I gotta talk to her.
I'm afraid we've reached the really scary bit. The Daedric creature responsible for all these portals waits just beyond that gate. If you have any other preparations to make them now. Again, I'm just a scholar, but I'd encourage you to remember what we practiced before. Keep moving, strike true, and exploit any opening the creature gives you.
I mean, I've fought a lot of Daedra already. I can probably handle this.
There it
Oh.
is! Send it back to oblivion!
Whoops, I was trying to fix my mic. That's E, not 1. How much weak is this?
Die.
Did I just block a spell? Dang it.
Only I will remain. You
Yeah.
cannot kill what cannot die. Kneel.
What did you say
did
about
it.
not being able to
Hopefully the
die?
gallery wasn't too badly damaged. Follow me.
Let's go. Let's get some more magicka. I have no idea how that works. What is this? Nah, I don't need that. Hmm. You know what? Let's get some flaming skulls in here. Oh goodness gracious. I just need to not pick up so much stuff. Oh boy. What did you give me? Ooh, that's good. Now I gotta fix my mic. Hold on one sec. I think that's better. Okay, let's go. Oh no, not the bookshelves. Get ready for me to look at every single bookshelf because... Yep. Oh wait, no. That was just a... Okay. Because if I remember correctly, you can... Wait, Apocrypha? Oh, I already know that stuff.
By all the stars. Look at the central column. I had no idea it was concealing something like this. Let's get a closer look.
Huh. That looks cool. Oh god. If I remember correctly, if you read a few of the bookshelves, I think some of them give you like skill level ups. So get ready to see a lot of this. I'm probably not gonna get any. I'm not gonna get any on it. Ooh, Alids. That's a lot to read. I'm not gonna read that on stream. Okay, it's obviously not gonna give it to me now that I've said that that was a thing you can do out loud. So let's just continue. That
This
looks
is
really...
the P. Wright's gallery, but not as I remember it.
This looks really cool, by the way.
Now I see why we never managed to unlock the gates. Their power comes from this arcane helix. Amazing. With the helix exposed, these gates can finally reopen. Perhaps not all of them at first, but enough to reach most of Tamriel. The question for you, I suppose, is where to first?
Is that Morrowind music? That sounds a lot like Morrowind music. That's really cool. You can stop playing now. I I might get copyrighted for that.
Can you believe this? Just look around. With this arcane helix exposed, the chamber is positively crackling with magic. The Keyrights Gallery has come to life, and I finally think I know why. Because of you. Matters
Of
in
course.
Tamriel are bleak. War rages in Cyrodiil. Daedric princes conspire. Dragons ride the winds of elsewhere. The Second Era needs a savior. I believe the gallery, perhaps even the Adamantine Tower itself, chose you.
As it usually does.
The Keyrights Gallery opened doors to every corner of Tamriel, places I suspect that desperately need a hero's aid. This choice is yours to make, but wherever you choose to go, I'm sure adventure awaits. May the stars protect you. So, have you chosen where to go? What region of the world strikes your fancy? Not everyone gets to pass instantly from one side of Tamriel to another, you know. This is quite a gift.
Oh, that's really cool. I get to like choose which place I want to start off at. That's cool.
What, me? No, I've got work to do. The Cinderil will want every bit of this place searched and studied. Since I did the discovering, I'll probably end up leading the effort. Adventure abroad sounds all well and good, but my place is here. Well, fate's sort of a clumsy way to put it. No offense. Honestly, we may never know why you were chosen. But I believe there was intention here. Something, whether it be the stars, the gallery, or the tower itself, placed you here for a reason. Perhaps it followed you to prevent you from reaching your, well, destiny sounds a bit too grandiose. Let's just say to stop you from reaching your potential. Then again, maybe the power of this place brought you here to stop Shayazel. Probably not, but what's a life without unanswered questions, right? Boring, if you ask me. Ha! An elf can hope. Answering that question will probably keep me occupied for the next 100 years. Is the Helix connected to the Adamantine Tower? How does it perceive distant corners of Tamriel? I may never understand it, but I'll do my best.
That's actually really cool. Okay, let's open that. I don't need a bow. I don't need that. I don't need that. Do you need the soul gem though? Alrighty. What is this place? Oh! That's the new DLC. Okay, that's not Morrowind music. That's Oblivion music. It kind of sounded a bit the same to me. I haven't played either Morrowind. Kenarthy's Roost. I don't know where that is. I haven't played either Oblivion or Morrowind in a long time. I have no idea where that is. Bleak Rock Isle. Again, I don't know where that is. Vardenfell, that's Morrowind. I think that's where the Morrowind DLC takes place. That one's closed. It's probably a DLC I don't have. Western Skyrim. Okay, yeah, that's where Greymoor took me. The opening of it. Somerset Isle. I remember doing that quest. I was not a huge fan of the Somerset Isle quest. Elsewhere. I don't think I've ever done Elsewhere's quest. All the other ones, I remember doing Greymoor. I remember doing Somerset Isle and the Morrowind quest. I don't think I've ever done Elsewhere's quest. Why does it have a health bar? You see that, right? It has a health bar. Well, since I did spend like $60 pre-ordering the Blackwood DLC and then never playing it, I'm gonna start off doing the Blackwood Quest. So let's go.
Seems this portal leads to Blackwood, on the southern border of Cyrodiil. I read an intelligence report about a series of high-profile murders with links to the region. Daedric mischief, too. A warrior like you could do some real good there.
A mage, but okay.
I
Ooh.
knew I felt something strange, like glass shattering in the distance.
Murdered, and so close to the city gates.
Keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic?
Until we know more, I'm not prepared to engage in an all-out war with the Dark Brotherhood.
Too many times dryskins have come to our swamps in an attempt to claim them. These Imperials seemed no different.
I had a vision of a shadowy figure. It was a robed and hooded cultist. It was brief and powerful, over in a moment. But the figure felt evil.
Now, who are these cultists? And how well do you trust your masters in Leowyn?
That was really cool. That was really cool. Okay, I'm gonna let this load in, but I have to go get a drink real quick. I will be right back.
You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
Okay, I'm back. Gotta fix up my headset again. Oh my god, I am not prepared at all today. I just got back from work not that long ago. Oh, hello. Oh, their character's pretty.
You look like you've got your wits about you. Care to make a bit of extra gold working for Leowyn's Ivory Brigade? I've been asked by my captain to find someone who can handle themselves. We need help with a delicate situation.
I swear, the people on the side over there look better than they used to. Anyway.
Deadly secrets, assassins, murder. Now apparently a counselor has gone missing. Between the war, bandits, and cultists, the Ivory Brigade is like the Nord that tries to plug a leaking cask of mead, only to realize he doesn't have enough fingers. Talk to my commander, Captain Rian Leor. You can find him just outside the city gates, trying to appease some of the nobles. Tell him I sent you, and he'll put you right to work, I'm sure.
Sweet. Is that not a sky shard? I guess not. Behind the statue of a warrior. Oh, there's a sky shard up there. No, I was right there. Come on. There we go. Oh, it tells you where the sky shards are now. I remember you had to actually, like, look for them. I gotta go that way, but there is a shrine over here. Oh. It's an Oblivion Gate. I'm probably way too underleveled for this, but let's go. Okay, now I'm scared. No, let's just get to the way shrine. If I remember correctly, those things are really hard. The freaking, the DLC, oh. Okay, never mind. The, The little DLC things are like super hard if I remember correctly. Sweet. Interesting. Oh, well now I can see what all... Can I see what all the houses? Why do I have houses? Oh no. Oh no, hold on 1 second. Did I spend money on this game? Character, journal, no. Collection. Oh. I did spend money on this game. Oh no. Oh, what mounts do I have? I already have horses. Oh gosh, I did spend money on this game. I can I can ride a bear. I'm gonna ride a bear. Let's go. What's the button? It's H. Oh, look at that. I have a bear. I think up here is a house. Water cascades. Yeah, that's a house. Alright, let's start doing the quest. I do know I have seen all the... What is that? I have seen all the cinematics for this quest because like when this DLC was released. That's not what I wanted to do. When this DLC was released, I was like super stoked for it. Oh, I just stole this person's food. What the? Oh my god. Oh, that's so cool. I'm not gonna do it yet though. I am probably definitely... Runestone? I don't remember the runestones. Oh yeah, and there's like ore, the mine. I know there's like crafting in this game, but I have never done the crafting. When I used to play this, I just did the story and all that, all the quests. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. I used to do the quests and stuff. This is stable. Cats! Water? Hello, kitties. Hello, horse. There's a doggo! Aw, you can't pet the dogs? Hi, puppers. Dance? Oh, stupid butterflies, get out of the way. Let's do this again. Yeah! Oh, that's a good pupper. Hello. Oh, you're an NPC. Okay, I thought that was a person. But yeah, when I did play this, literally I didn't do any of the crafting. I didn't do any of the... I never did like PvP. I never paired up with anyone. I just kind of played solo. God, this place looks really good. Sorry. I just kind of did my own thing. And yeah. Which I'm, again, probably just going to go off and do my own thing. But I do want to try out the crafting. But, like I said, I've never done it before. So that's a side quest. I'm just gonna focus on this main quest for now. What the? Anyway, I'm just gonna focus on this main quest for now. Because I haven't done it yet. And then I'll probably start some of the side quests and stuff. I do plan on doing the Clockwork City quest because I remember that quest, and that was like one of my most favorite quests ever. Oh, there's a stable map. Thor? It's Thor. Nice. These people...
You'll see more than horses coming.
Yeah, they train. Okay, sweet. I would like... I need money. Oh well. Some more speed. Another doggo.
If the counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her.
But yeah, the Clockwork City was like my most favorite quest ever, in which I am definitely doing that quest again. That place is such a cool area.
Not now, citizen. Can't you see I have my hands full at the moment? I'm sure a guard or one of my brigadines can assist you.
Who is this Chad?
Why didn't you say so? Leowin's problems are legion, and now the Wood Elf Archer's predictions seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Counselor Jericho has disappeared, and the Ivory Brigade is already spread too thin for my liking. The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow. She brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council, all because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning seriously, but Jericho refused Brigadine protection.
I'm really sorry if you guys heard me take a drink there.
With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jericho is missing, and I don't have enough Brigadines at the ready to conduct a proper search. You look capable. So, care to earn some gold and help us determine the Counselor's fate? Here, let me update your map. These are places Jericho visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help. Counselor Jericho was a member of the Imperial Elder Council, back when we still had an empire. Now her title is mostly ceremonial, but she continues to assist the legates by serving as an intermediary with the local nobility. Since the collapse of the Empire and the dissolution of the Elder Council, Leowin has become an independent city-state. Countess Caro sits on the throne, but the Chamber of Legates governs the city.
Oh, god dang it. Oh well.
Captain, are you really trusting the fate of Counselor Jericho to this outsider?
Oh, why didn't Counselor Jericho heed your warnings?
If the Ivory Brigade requires mercenaries to do their job, perhaps Leowin needs different protectors.
I hear you're talking shit about me behind my back. Oh my lord. Okay, they're all on that side, so we're gonna head over here. Me and my bear.
What?
Hold on, what the hell just happened? Okay, there we go. Fishing hole. Is it all the way over on that end? Probably is. Swear to God if there's a freaking monster in the water. Fishing hole. Okay, it says above, so it's probably up on the rock. Oh, there it is. What's this? Absolutely nothing. Ooh, that's a lot to read. Oh, those two are definitely playing together. What the heck is that? Hello? That looks Argonian. That looks cool. Oh, event merchant. I have no idea what event's going on at the moment. I don't think I've ever done any of the events or anything like that. This place looks really cool too. And I am also generally surprised that, like, streaming it without any complications. A bog dog. Oh, it's the thing that was in the cutscene. Aw, poor pupper. I'm just gonna kind of leave it here, so if anyone wants to read that, you can pause. That is a lot to read out loud. I do not have the literary or social capability of reading out loud, so...
Oh, pardon me. You're not the counselor.
Hello?
Apologies. I heard you stumbling about and thought it might be Counselor Jericho. Oh, no one important, I assure you. I'm simply one of the counselor's aides. I help her with paperwork mostly. Run errands, that sort of thing. She initially refused the captain's offer, but she received a letter that made her uneasy. Last I saw, she was headed back to the city by way of the Eastern Gate. But she never returned to her manor, so I came to look for her. Please, find her.
Okie dokie. I'll try my best. Knowing this game, she's probably gonna be dead. Look at these dudes.
Yeah.
Someone, anyone, help me!
Uh-ohs. Yep, there she is.
I refused to believe, but Farrell, Leviticus, they were right. I was attacked. An assassin. You must warn the others, the counselors. Leofic's secret, it will be the death of us all!
She dead.
Counselor Jericho! Damn, we're too late!
Yeah, sounds about right. Black handprint.
Damn it, I'm too late. Poor Counselor Jericho. She didn't deserve to die like that. At least I don't think she did. Did you see what happened? Who attacked her? The mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Just like with Farrell Lupus. Sorry. I'm working for Counselor Leviticus, the head of the Chamber of Legates. I came to Leowyn to warn him after I stumbled across some secret concerning the Longhouse Emperors. It relates to something called the Four Ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. I think they're Daedric weapons, but I'm still puzzling that out. I was working for Farrell Lupus before he was murdered. Found a strange tome with Daedric markings at his behest.
Oh yeah, that was one of the, like, cinematic cutscenes.
Yeah, that's what brought me here. I found a list of names. Farrell Lupus and members of the Elder Council. It said they all knew something about this secret. Since Farrell was murdered, I figured the others were in danger too. Looks like I was right. Let me have your map. I'll mark where Councillors Valeria and Sophis were last seen. Go warn them, convince them to take precautions. Then meet me at Councillor Jericho's manor in the city. Maybe we can find something to shed more light on this secret. I'll get the city guards to come and gather the Councillor's body. She shouldn't just be left out here. Then I'll head to Councillor Jericho's manor. When you're done checking on Councillor Valeria and Councillor Sophis, meet me there. So Farrell Lupus hired me to retrieve a book from a retreat once used by the Longhouse Emperors. He never told me what it was, and he died before I could ask. The book is weird. It has weird pages and weird markings, and I can't read a word of it. Not much. Farrell's partner said he planned to use it to make things right, but she didn't know how. And it's Daedric, I think. I will say, carrying it, it's kind of a burden. And I've been having strange dreams. But I don't want to talk about that. Like I said, it all started when I found that strange tome for Farrell Lupus, and Emperor Leovic's journal. It was in code, but I got it translated. Sent me to a few hidden Imperial caches where I learned that the Longhouse Emperors had a secret. Right, but it turned out I wasn't the only one trying to learn more about the ambitions. A group of cracked acorns called the Order of the Waking Flame. Fanatic Mehrunes Dagon cultists. Had to put arrows in more than one of those bastards. I guess someone hired them to eliminate everyone who knows about the secret. The question is, who? And I was told by a more or less friendly Dremora named Lyrinth that the fate of our world was at stake. So of course I want to figure this all out.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Alright, I have absolutely no idea. It's been such a long time since I've played any form of Elder Scrolls game, so don't roar at me. So like, all the lore is kind of, yeah. All the lore is kind of like, not all there for me right now. It's been a while. Complete one, so I'm guessing I can only save one of them. I don't know who any of these characters are. What? Are these like characters from that were mentioned before in other quests? Because I don't know these characters at all. I don't know who, because it says complete one, so I'm guessing if I go warn one of them, then the other one is gonna probably die. I don't know who to choose because I don't know the characters at all. So this is a lovely start. This map is not helping. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna guess that that's on the other side over there. I guess I'll go save Valeria? I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh boy. I guess I'll go save them first. Guessing it's on the other side of the thing. Oh. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. And if I have trouble, then I'm running. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Two, please. Oh, shit. Anyone else? Hold on. Hold on. I need to... Wait, no. I need to loot the bodies first. Okay, anyone else? Oh. I kinda want to step in the portal. But I'm kinda scared too at the same time. Oh boy. There's no one watching. I can't exactly... It's even like following me. It's like, you know you want to step inside. I will once I feel more confident in my level, I will do that. But for right now, I'm just gonna try to level up. I also need to clear out my inventory too. Oh, that's people. Yeah. That one's the closest one. But this character was, yeah, this character over here was mentioned more. So I'm just going to save this one instead. Is that inside? It says below. I think that might be inside. No. No, it's not inside, okay. But yeah, the first thing that I'm... Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Getting from this quest is they're kind of throwing in characters that I have no idea who they are. And it's very like, oh my god, who are they talking about? I don't know if these characters were ever mentioned in like other quests or anything, but I just don't... Enemy? I just don't remember any of the characters. Oh my god, that freaking, like, the freaking bug flew past, and, like, in my headset, it legitimately sounded like there was a bug, like, flying around in my house. What are you doing? Okay. You are not... lore book? Oh yeah, those like little collectibles. Oh god, there's collectibles in this game.
Fail it. I have it on good authority that I'm in danger.
Of course, Counselor.
She seems a little snuck up.
Step back and state your business. I have every reason to believe that my life is in danger. If you so much as make a threatening gesture, the Brigandine will dismember you. He has very strict orders on that regard. I was beginning to suspect as much. Very well. Tell me everything that you have learned. Leave nothing out. I want to hear it all. Lupus. Emperor Leovik's old steward? And Jericho as well? Gods, they are targeting the Elder Council. Anything else? Tell me. The slightest detail could mean the difference between life and death. The ambitions? I heard that term once before, years ago. I must go to Tidewater Cave. I have a cache hidden there, and I need to check my records. Meanwhile, I suggest you find Jericho's files. She kept them in a hidden compartment in her nightstand. Possibly. I oversaw the Imperial Treasury, so my records deal with expenditures and collections. I have documents going as far back as Emperor Morikar, possibly even Durkarach, and I know I saw that term someplace. I will see what I can find. Extremely well. We were rivals as well as colleagues on the Elder Council. It was that way between all of the counselors, I suppose. Her death is a tragedy, however. I will miss her.
Alrighty then. Yep, I see now. It was like choose one and the other one will die. Like I said, I don't know these characters. I don't know their importance or anything. I just came back after roughly a year. I don't know if they were ever mentioned before in any other quest. But yeah, I am kind of completely lost. The only things I got out of this was Dark Brotherhood and Mehrunes Dagon. That's about all I really got so far. Well, hopefully it becomes a lot more clearer. I don't know if these are like characters from the actual lore or anything, because like I said, my lore is a bit rusty. I haven't played a Elder Scrolls game in quite a while. I have played Oblivion on my YouTube channel. I might try that again, like try playing it again. I'm not too sure.
We weren't expecting visitors. Are you here to see the counselor? Are you here to speak with Counselor Sophis? I'm afraid my husband has taken our dog for a walk. Is there something I could help you with, perhaps?
Oh no. Did I make a bad choice already?
Danger? What are you talking about? Does this have something to do with that letter? And who are you, by the way? Captain Rianne? I see. Well, if the Ivory Brigade sent you, my husband likes to walk our dog Chero along the tree line. Go on and find him. I'll wait here in case he returns.
He's gonna be dead. He's gonna
My
be
husband,
dead, isn't
Valen,
he?
received a letter from an old friend this morning. Farrell Lupus, Emperor Leovic's steward. I could see that whatever was in that letter upset him, but he didn't want to discuss it, and I didn't push him. Now please, go find him.
Oh no, he's gonna be dead, isn't he? Oh no. Oh no. Yup, and he had a wife. And a yup. Oh.
What's
Oh
taking you
boy.
so long? They should...
Valen! No!
Oh no! I think I've already made a bad choice.
Oh, Valen! Oh, my love! What happened? I thought Captain Rihan sent you to protect my husband!
Oh no! Oh no.
You know, Valen acted strange after the letter from Farrell Lupus arrived. He didn't tell me what it said, and I never asked. Before he left today, he gave me a sealed scroll, said to give it to Counselor Leviticus if anything ever happened to him. A scroll, sealed and bearing my husband's stamp. Take it. Give it to Counselor Leviticus. I hope it helps catch whoever murdered my husband. I'll summon the town guard. They'll help me with my husband.
Oh no! An hour and 20 minutes in, and I've already made a bad choice. Oh boy. Doggo? Hi. Pupper? Hello? Oh, was I supposed to, like, follow you to the body? Oh. 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 Oh boy. Oh. There was a bridge right there. Oh well. Cake? Oh. Okay. It was a lie then. Hi, Pupper. Oh, finally getting into the city. Wearing glasses and headphones just don't mix well at all. Okay. Hello? She's kind of cute. Is she, you know? It's an interesting city. It is kind of giving me a bit of Oblivion vibes, especially with these signs. It's an inn. Ooh, is this the Mages Guild? It is! I need you.
Welcome. Are you here on Mages Guild business? Yes, of course. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. Why don't you speak with me for a moment? Perhaps you'd like to join. Always good to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanus will be pleased. We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new tomes. Vanus Galerian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel. He works with other ranking members, such as Tellinger, the Artificer, to ensure our future success. Excellent. You are now a student of the Mages Guild. Every book you find will now earn you reputation in the guild.
I love how easy that is to become a student. You just like talk to them, they're like, alright, you're in. Sweet. Okay, now I can now spend persuasion skill. Sounds really good. I'll take that, please. Ooh. Okay, what is this? I already claimed that. Oh. Okay, thanks. Well, it's free gold. Okay, I need to find a cat. Not a cat. I need a. It's a banker. It's a merchant. I need to sell stuff. Yeah, it is. I have things to
Look
sell.
at what the bog dog's dragged in. No offense, but you look like someone who could use some supplies. Take a look.
Thanks, I guess. No, I need to sell. Sell that, sell that. Guess I'll just sell these since I don't really feel like going through and deleting all of them. Don't need these. I don't need any of those either. Okay. What do you got? Repair kits. Health potions would be great. Ooh, I'll take this empty soul gem. I think... Actually, yeah. I don't think I need health potions. Hold up. I think I have... Where's my banker at? That's the merchant. You, summon you, please. If I remember correctly, I have stuff in my bank. Yeah, I have stuff in my bank. I have an entire statue in my bank. Oh my, I even have soul gems. I didn't even need to take that soul gem. Ooh, what's that ring? Ooh. Let's see if I can wear that. I have a lot of stuff in here. Oh goodness gracious. I just have a statue! I have 2 statues in the bank! One of Shia Gorath! And the other one of who's this? Just an Aelid statue. Why do I have statues in my bank? Oh my gosh, I got repair kits. What do these do? Okay, let's take a few of these. How do I... Is there a... split stack? Sweet. I'm just gonna... take like 50 of these, I guess. Take those. Don't think I need anything else. Yeah. Okay. Do I have money in here? I do have money in here. Okay, that's good to know. How do I
May I be of service?
dismiss you? Well, I have stuff. And I can wear that, so I will wear that. There's a wheel. How do I put... I know there's a... like a... It's not... How do I put you... Quick slot. There we go. Put you there. How do I get to my quick slot? Is it gonna tell me how to get to my quick slot? Because I have no idea. No, 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 put my weapon away. No, that's not it. How do I get to here? Without actually like, oh, I know there's a way to open the quick slot with a button. I don't know what the button is. What is the button? What's the button? It's Q. It's Q. Okay, I figured it out. Alrighty, let us continue forth. Yay, a level up. Ooh. Give me those. Let's get some more health in. Let's... Can't do any of that yet. What does this do? A criminal act. Let's see. Ooh. Bone armor sounds nice. That also kind of sounds nice. Ooh. Magica recovery sounds nice too. I'm gonna get that actually. And I have... that gets rid of some magica. Armor glyph. How do I use armor glyphs? I don't remember how to use armor glyphs, so I'm just gonna keep that. That would give me more armor, but it would... Yeah, that's fine. I don't remember how to use glyphs, so I'm just gonna keep that in my inventory for now. What is that symbol? That's a house. What is this? Okay, whatever. Whee.
I'm quite busy, can't you see?
Oh hey, Over here! I'm glad you're here. I've been searching all over, but I could use your help. This place is huge. Why do rich people need so many rooms? Oh, but tell me, did you warn the counselors like I asked? Sophus is dead? Damn! Was it the Dark Brotherhood? What am I saying? Of course it was. I've torn this place apart, but so far I haven't found anything related to Imperial secrets or the ambitions. Maybe you can spot something I missed.
And knowing this game, I am gonna probably find something she missed.
I knew you'd be a help, but I didn't expect you to just have the answer the moment you walked in. Good job! Counselor Jirik's bedroom is upstairs. Let's see if we can find that hidden compartment.
And what did I say? I didn't even read what I clicked on. Oh goodness. What in the world is this? What the... I mean, neat. It's just mushrooms on the table. What is going on over here? Can I steal things from this person? It's probably not something I should be saying. Ah, I can indeed just take stuff from this house. How did you were just downstairs? Ooh, moonstone. A lockpick. I'll take that. I don't need that. Books. Bananas. I shall take the bananas. It just appeared. Okay, sure. Not reading this out loud. This line is written in a complex Imperial code. Nice.
A hidden compartment? I love it! I mean, I hate that people have died, but... So, what did you find?
I kinda like this girl already.
Let me see that. That's a code, all right. Some of the other documents I found use something similar. You know, I'm really starting to hate all this secrecy surrounding the ambitions. Good idea. We need to report in to Counselor Leviticus anyway. Let him know what we uncovered. If he has a qualified scribe, great. If not, I know someone. They helped me with those other documents. Let's go to Leowyn Castle and talk to Leviticus. I can't help feeling that once we solve the secret of the Longhouse Emperors, we'll know how to stop the Dark Brotherhood from murdering any more of the counselors. I'll see you at the castle.
Alrighty. Let's just jump over the balcony, shall we? Lizard. Oh, that's a cool looking lizard. This way. Oh, that looks cool. I'm gonna get sidetracked so much. I really like the design of Cyrodiil so far. Looks really cool. Interesting.
I need your report, mercenary. Word reached me that Counselor Jirik was murdered. What about Sophus and Valeria? And did you find definitive proof that the Dark Brotherhood is our culprit? That's the Black Hand. symbol of the Dark Brotherhood. I wish Jirik and Sophus had allowed me to assign brigadines to protect them. At least Valeria, however reluctantly, agreed to a military escort. Did you and Everly uncover any other information? It appears that Councillor Leviticus's trust in the Wood Elf was not misplaced. Very well. You and Everly can head in and talk to the Councillor.
Cabinet. Nope. Okay, I can't take things in here. I don't feel like getting
Captain
in trouble.
Rian and the Ivory Brigade will deal
Just
with the
yet.
Dark Brotherhood. We are perfectly safe in here.
Your damn empire, Leviticus. It no longer exists, but it still causes us trouble.
Oh boy.
You must be the mercenary that Captain Rian told me about. And I see you're working with Everly Sharparrow. Good. Good. I assume you have something to report. I'm listening.
This guy looks familiar. Was he in other? I think he was in other quest lines, because he kind of looks familiar.
Damn it all to oblivion and back.
He said the
I
thing.
should have taken Pharaoh Lupus more seriously when I received his letter. This is definitely the mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Anything else to add to this? Yes, that's the Longhouse Emperor's code. Only a handful of Imperial scribes can decipher it. I know one. Baragon. I'll send for him at once. Meanwhile, we must warn the remaining counselors on the list. Eivor, Valeria, Itinia, and Vandacia. Very good. I've sent messages to Itinia and Vandacia already, as neither of them are currently within Leowin's jurisdiction. I need you to go to Fort Blueblood. Councillor Eivor has taken refuge there, but I'd prefer to have her here in Leowin. Everything we do now must be swift if we are to get ahead of this. Go to Fort Blueblood and convince Councillor Eivor to return to the city. She'll be safer here than at the fort. Sadly, no. Whatever Leovic confided in Pharaoh Lupus and the others, whatever he ordered them to do, he kept it a complete secret from me. I suppose he assumed I wouldn't go along with anything illegal or Daedric, and he was right. I was, but the Elder Council was made up of almost 24 counselors. According to the list Everly Sharparrow brought me, only 7 counselors were privy to this secret. Make that 6. I have no idea why Leovic listed me among that group. Who knows what was going through Leovic's head when he wrote that entry in his journal. Varen and his rebels were literally pounding at the doors of the palace at the time. And Leovic wasn't totally in his right mind even before the rebellion. The Longhouse Emperors were Reachmen, who seized control of the Empire and ruled for some 40 years. Dukarach the Black Drake founded the ruling house. Morikar ascended to the throne after his father's death, and his son Leovic followed him. Leovic made a mistake. When he decided to declare Daedra worship as the law of the land, Duke Varen Aquilarios objected. He led a rebellion and personally dispatched Leovic in the Imperial throne room. Thus ended the Longhouse Emperor's reign. Unfortunately, no. Varen disappeared a few years later and the Empire collapsed. Now the so-called alliances are fighting over the scraps and Tamriel is in shambles. We're doing all we can just to keep Blackwood safe and secure.
Alrighty.
Fort Blueblood? That's to the east across the river. I'll meet you there.
Sure you will. Probably just teleport. She did in the house. That looks cool. Sorry for going through like all of the dialogue options. Like the lore and everything's kind of really blurry for me at the moment, and I just kind of need a refresher. So I'm just gonna be going through like as many dialogue options as I can. Chicken. What the? Interesting. Trading guilds. I never got the gist of the guild traders. I don't think I've ever joined a guild before. I'm probably just gonna do what I did before and just go completely solo. Are they good over there? Above? What in the world is that at? This, not, this is not helping. Oh god, zoom out, please. Hello? That's not helping. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go the long way. This is definitely not the path that I should be taking, but whatever. That's a troll. You know what? I can take on the river troll. Let's go. Mud crab! I don't know what he's doing. Oh god. He just healed himself! Okay, so when he does that again, I definitely gotta interrupt him. Okay, goodbye. That was a kind of a pointless fight, but I did it anyway. That's G. No, I need H, please. Thank you. Hold up, did I miss the path? No, I didn't, okay.
Look, Counselor Leviticus and Captain Rianne sent me. I need to see Counselor Abor now.
And what about my sister? She hasn't been seen since she took the Counselor her meal.
Counselor Abor was very clear about this. She doesn't want to be disturbed. Oh, another mercenary. Is our Ivory Brigade so enfeebled that Captain Rianne must resort to hiring sellswords? Look, as I told the Wood Elf, Counselor Abor was quite insistent. She doesn't want to be disturbed. All right, enough. I can see when I'm being overruled. Very well. I give you permission to enter the watchtower. Counselor Abor's safety is now in your hands.
That's a bad idea, but okay.
Lurius? Oh, something about his sister. She's another servant here at the fort. Works in the kitchen, I believe. Apparently, she brought the counselor her meal. He says she never returned, but the servants look for any opportunity to sneak off. The counselor demanded we protect her. Said her life was in danger, but refused to give me any details. Imperial confidentiality, she insisted, above my station. I put her up in the watchtower, and assigned a couple of brigadines to guard her.
Yeah, she's in danger because I'm here.
Oh no! Counselor Abor's been murdered! But where's the servant?
Yep, kind of figured as much. Yep, there's the handprint.
The Dark Brotherhood's calling card.
I know. Don't worry about that.
Abor's meal is still warm. So what happened to the servant that delivered it?
Book.
Of course they tore out the pages and took them, just when we were so close to finding out more about the ambitions. We have a door locked from the outside, a dead counselor, and a missing servant. Did the assassin take off with both the torn-out journal pages and the servant? Anyway, they not only murdered Abor, they probably know how to find the ambitions now. See that rope hanging from the top of the tower? Bet my bottom acorn that's how the assassin got in and out. But the missing servant, something about that is knocking on the back of my head. And why would the Dark Brotherhood take those pages?
Maybe the missing servant is with the Dark Brotherhood. I have a feeling that's what it's gonna be.
Maybe, but everything I've read about the Dark Brotherhood never suggested they would be interested in weapons of war, if that's even what the ambitions are. Damn it, we're loosing arrows in the dark here. Let's tell Commander Orton about Abor.
Well, as I said, her life is in danger because I am here. I can't protect anyone, apparently.
So, will Counselor Abor be returning with you to Leowyn?
No.
Am I finally going to be able to get my fort back in order?
Probably not.
Murdered? Gods, keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic? Tell me what you found in the watchtower. Let me see that. A black handprint. The sign of the Dark Brotherhood. But where is the servant, Thales? Is she involved in this fiasco? And how did she and the assassin get out of the watchtower? My brigadines never left their post.
Maybe she is the assassin.
Well, that explains some of it, but not all. We need to locate Thales. Since you're already involved and working for Captain Rianne, I want you to quietly try to find Thales. Start by talking to the other servants in the kitchen and dining hall.
In here. Look at this dude. He's just sleeping. Oh my god, I forgot that. Jesus, she's so tiny. I mean, I am playing as a high elf, but still.
Your sister is fine. This one is certain.
Then where could she be? She would never neglect her duties.
Probably found a dark corner and someone to snuggle with. This one does that all the time.
Alrighty then.
Pleasant days, visitors. How can this one assist you? Ah, Talais. She worries her brother so. She asked me where we kept the hot root flakes. Counselor Eibor sprinkles them on every dish. I told her they are in the pantry, but you need the key from the kitchen to unlock the door.
All right, grab a broom and start sweeping.
What? No, that's Talais's job.
And do you see Talais anywhere? No. Then start sweeping. The servants come to the kitchen to mutter and gossip. This one will not have it. Misaba asks that you do not distract them overly long, as they are already naturally lazy. What is it that you need? That young woman. She has not returned from the watchtower, so her chores remain undone. And she took the pantry key with her when she went. It is no longer hanging on its hook. That is a clear violation of the kitchen rules. A clear violation. The pantry is in the cellar, but the door is around the side of the building. Talais mumbled something about how the counselor loves hot root flakes, grabbed the key and the tray of food and went off. This one hasn't seen her since.
Yeah, I highly suspect she's the assassin.
I suppose now I have to do Talais's chores as well as my own. She owes me one, and I aim to collect. She took the counselor her meal and hasn't returned. Did you check the watchtower? Eibor's a little old, but maybe Talais decided to improve her station, if you catch my meaning. Eibor reeks of fear. Maybe Talais finds that attractive.
Dear God.
Well, she's been acting like a frightened guar since she arrived. Stays locked up in the watchtower. Only lets a single servant in at a time. And I hear she's been burning papers. Documents of some kind. She's scared out of her wits, if you ask me.
Before we check the pantry, let's talk. So, what did we learn? Counselor Eibor was frightened, but that's understandable. Interesting that she was burning documents. Her journal indicated that she knew more than the others. And Talais visited the pantry before heading to the watchtower. Couldn't hurt. And every mystery novel I ever read taught me you should always follow up on every clue, even the ones that seem insignificant. Let's check the pantry and see if she was looking for more than hot root flakes down there.
Oh boy. Jesus, is someone okay? What was that cough? Horse. Oh, that's a pretty horse. Jesus.
Is that? Damn it, they murdered Talais too!
Okay, never mind, I was wrong. Yep, handprint.
Why would the Dark Brotherhood murder? Oh no, we need to talk about this.
Okay,
Alright,
I was wrong.
I think I figured it out. The assassin followed Talais down here, murdered her, and took her place so they could gain access to the watchtower. Pretty clever, but they didn't have to kill her. No, not from what I've read anyway. I thought they only killed those whose names appeared on their contracts. I can't imagine anyone asked them to kill a poor servant. Yes, but we still need to check on Councillor Valeria, and someone needs to go to Gideon and make sure that Councillor Van Dacia is all right. Can I leave those tasks to you? I want to return to Leowyn and consult with Councillor Leviticus. Oh, good point. Before you head out, report to Commander Orton. Tell him what happened to Talais, and how we think the assassin slipped into the watchtower undetected. His brigandines need to be able to recognize an imposter when they see one. After you report to the commander, make contact with Councillors Valeria and Van Dacia. Valeria went to Tidewater Cave to get her records, and Van Dacia works in the Gideon courthouse. Cracked acorns! I suddenly had the weirdest feeling come over me. Yes. No, I don't know. We were talking about the counselors, Valeria and Vandacia. Suddenly I had a premonition. It was brief and disturbing and mildly unpleasant, like the dreams I've been having. But this is the first time while I was awake. Remember I told you about that strange book I found? The one with the Daedric writing that I can't read? I've been having bad dreams since I found it, and the dreams are becoming more frequent. This time it happened right while we were talking. It was just a flash, but it was accompanied by a feeling. I felt a sense of overwhelming evil, all tied up in the figure I saw in my mind. Like someone held a portrait in front of my face for just a moment and then pulled it away. It was one of the Waking Flame cultists, I think. Someone powerful, in command. A dark silhouette wrapped in a cloak. I'll never forget the feeling it invoked. It was like a wave of hopelessness. We can deal with this later. Let's get back to it.
Oh boy.
All right. You talked to the fort's servants and rummaged around in our pantry. What's the verdict? Did you find the missing servant? That's... Oh, that's horrible. Are you sure? No. Of course you're sure. No one would lie about something like that. I'll tell her brother what happened and send someone to tend to her body. Gods, what a day this has been.
Oh boy. Okay, complete one. Warn counselor. Find counselor. If I remember, Valeria should be fine? Because maybe she brought the guard with her. So I should go and warn. That's not H. I should go warn this one. Oh, look at this. Ooh, a chest. Oh. Oh, I haven't done this in a while. Damn it. No, please! Gah! Oh, I haven't done that in a long time. Let's try it again. Oh, it's randomized. No! God dang it. Oh my lord. Oh. Oh, how do I do this? Okay, whatever. I'm not doing that. Not now. Right, like, wandering in, like, this open area like this, it actually really does. The hell is that? It reminds me a lot of, Oblivion. Just the wide open areas like this. The hell was that noise? But like, yeah, the wide open areas like this remind me a lot of Oblivion. I like that. It's cool. It's another camp out. Oh, an ogre. Lovely. What is this? An Aelid well. Oh, cool! Did that just give me more health? It's most likely a, the temporary thing. I highly doubt it would give me that much health permanently. But that's cool. I like that they have the Aelid welds in here. Oh! Shadow Man.
I was attacked in the streets of our fair city, Keshu. I demand you deal with the criminal post-haste.
Your guards did their job, Counselor Vandacia. The prisoner is secure.
And what's this? More assassins?
No.
Explain yourself immediately. One attempt on my life today is more than enough.
Sorry, excuse me.
You're another one of those Dark Brotherhood bastards, I assure you. You won't find either myself or Governor Keshu to be easy prey. Warn me? As always, Leviticus offers too little and too late. I received the letter, same as the other counselors. My personal guard took the threat seriously, and we captured the assassin in the act. But what of my esteemed colleagues? Are they safe? Dead? All three of them? This is unimaginable. Feral Lupus's letter suggested the Longhouse Emperors left behind a secret that would prove to be a threat. But I thought he was just being melodramatic. Has Leviticus determined what this is about? Poor ambitions. Never heard of them. How could something I know nothing about make me a target of the Dark Brotherhood? It's got to be a mistake. You must question the prisoner. Get him to confess and reveal the truth of this sordid affair. Governor Keshu locked the prisoner in the holding cell in the courthouse basement. Question the villain, and find out why the Dark Brotherhood is trying to wipe out anyone who was part of the Imperial Elder Council. I'll head for Leowin afterward. I wish there was something I could tell you. The letter I received suggested that some old council business was the cause of all this. Why the Dark Brotherhood would be interested in such menial affairs, I'm not sure. I'm completely baffled. As I said, I never heard the term. The Longhouse Emperors were enamored of secrets and code words, though. Perhaps I encountered it, but it was called something else. If you think it might be important, ask the assassin when you interrogate him. I'm not sure how relevant my ancient history is, but I was appointed to the Elder Council by Emperor Durkarach himself. I helped guide the Empire through most of the reign of the Longhouse Emperors. Sadly, my role in guiding the Empire often put me at odds with the Emperors. I was rarely privy to their secrets. I'm afraid I can't shed any light on that particular mystery. Keshu the Black Fin. War hero, progressive Argonian, and governor of our fair city of Gideon. I serve as an advisor and bureaucrat. Nothing more. I have deep roots in Gideon, so I try to do my part to keep the wheels of government turning. My personal guard is dedicated and well-trained. Not to mention lucky. I was nearing the courthouse when the assassins sprang from the shadows. My guards reacted instantly and overpowered the villain. We brought them here, and Keshu locked them away.
Alrighty. I'm probably going to play about another 30 so minutes of this, and then I'm gonna have to go. What the? Oh, above. Okay.
Well,
Where is this? Okay, now it's saying blow. Oh, down here.
The cell door is
Jesus.
open. What happened here?
Poured something on the lock. Hit me. And escaped.
Of course.
Some sort of acid ate right through the lock. Look, there's more of it on the floor.
He ran that way, toward the old ruins.
The old ruins.
Again?
This way? Okay, this way. Is this it?
He attacked this legionnaire and ran into the ruins of the old city.
Where are you? Okay, there's... Ah. There it is. Oh, I went the completely opposite way, but okay. That's a cool loading screen. That's really pretty. Is that person just... Oh. Oh, that's cute. Oh, lovely. Oh, where's my mouse? There it is. That's a dead skeever. Those ones aren't dead. Frogs! Big frogs! A big frog. Oh, they're back! Just gonna... Okay, I gotta go before they freaking respawn. Books. Hello. No, fire bee? Oh, it's a torch bug. I don't know why I said fire bee. Hello, people. Ah, lovely.
Right, let's chat.
Oh, hi. Jesus. Oh God, that's terrifying. I hate centipedes. Bananas. 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 Hello.
Do you make it a habit to read other people's mail? That letter is personal and private, full of sensitive information.
I like his voice.
Well, aren't you a fast reader? If you chased after me because of something Council Van Dacia told you, well, he lied. If the Dark Brotherhood sets out to kill you, you're dead. We don't make mistakes. We don't fail. Not ever. I haven't killed anyone. Not recently, anyway. And if you're talking about our calling card, anyone can dip their palm in black ink and slap it on a sheet of parchment.
True.
Look, we received no contracts. I'm here on different business entirely. Good question. If you figure it out, let me know. I certainly owe someone for the bruises the Councilor's guards gave me. Now, as much fun as this has been, I really do need to get back to my daring escape. Best of luck with your mystery.
I like this guy.
Tempting, but no. I detest so-called places of justice.
Oh, there he go. Oh no, it's the Argonian maid. Oh wait, no, it's the Lusty Guardian. That's the book I was thinking of. Never mind. I was kind of worried that was going to take a bit too long to load in. Where... Okay, back up. Wait. Okay, gotta go this way. Fit. What the heck are you? Mudhopper? Look at this dude. He just vibing. There's another one. Hello, friend. Frog.
So, the mercenary from Leowin has returned. Tell me, were you able to capture the assassin? Or perhaps you killed him in battle once you caught up to him? I am eager to hear the news. Allow me to peruse the document, if you will. Proof positive that the Dark Brotherhood is in Blackwood. We must find this sanctuary and destroy it. What did you expect? Such lies fall from his lips like rain from the sky on a stormy day. Villains never freely admit their guilt. The evidence is right here in this letter. Meet me in Leowin and we'll share this information with Leviticus.
Knowing how a lot of these quests go, he's the Dark Brotherhood dude's probably right. It's probably not them being involved.
What? Oh, my personal guard are nearby, and these legionnaires are sufficient. You need not be concerned. As for Keshu, she had business to attend to. Gideon business. I saw no reason to distract her from her regular duties. Now to Leowin.
I could just fast travel there, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna fast travel there. Yeah, after I talk to this person. What the heck was that noise? Anyway. What are those noises? Stop it. Anyway. Shush! After I talked to Leviticus, I am going... There's a lot of people here. After I talk to, Oh, wait. Never mind. I gotta find this girl now. Okay. Sure. I'll find this person and then call it a night because I'm gonna have to go real soon. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a rune. I'll take that. No idea what runes do. What is this? Absolutely nothing. Where? How far away is this lady? Is she all the way over there? How do I look at the freaking world map? Never mind, I found the world map. Okay. She's all the way over there. Guess it's time to start swimming. Yeah, after I find this lady, I'm gonna call it a night. This is also another thing that I do a lot. I end up going the wrong way of finding quests. And you're gonna watch me swim a lot. What should I should name my bear something. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
What should I name my bear? Jerry is too much of a... What is this? Oh, what? Go inside? Can't open it. Okay. Oh, it has the spooky wind sounds. I like that. She's gonna probably be dead. I have a feeling. Oh, it's a frog. Oh, never mind. It's dead. Frog. Hey, don't croak at me. Hold on, there's something over here. Stuff. Or not? Okay. Okay. That one had pants. The frog was wearing pants. God, centipedes are terrifying. Oh my god, I thought that said centipede, and I was about to say, I thought that was like a giant centipede, and I was about to be like, oh hell no. Don't mind me. I said don't mind me. Oh, she's actually still alive. Oh, I remember.
The mercenary. A few moments later, and you would have found an empty cave.
What? Okay. I remember playing as a sorcerer and having my own little dinosaur friend.
Your timing really is impeccable. We've already packed up my records, and we're about to head out. But what news of the other counselors? Did your warnings reach them in time? All three of them? That's disheartening news. Well, I'll take my records to Leowyn. Perhaps between the two of us, Counselor Leviticus and I can ascertain what past incident has returned to haunt us. Oh, just a lifetime of public service and bureaucracy. Mostly financial records, but also meeting notes, ledgers, those sorts of things. I oversaw budgets and finances, the collection of taxes, public works, and I kept immaculate records. That's good to hear. Emperor Leovic loved to hide things in coded documents. But what about Counselor Vendacia? Do we know if he's still safe in Gideon? Perfect. I look forward to conferring with the remaining members of the Elder Council. These brigadines will make sure I get to the city safely. Me and my records both. I'll see you in Leowyn, mercenary.
She forgot to say the word old. She just said remaining members of the Elder Council. She forgot to say old. What the heck is that? Whoops. Alright. I'm just gonna fast travel. Oh, okay. So it costs money if I fast travel this way. Okay, I see. I'm gonna just fast travel to the castle, and I'm gonna call this a night. So far this is pretty cool. I'm still kind of confused a bit on what the heck is going on, but it's starting to come back to me a little. like I said a bunch of times during the stream, I haven't played this game in a long time. But I intend on making this a full series and doing a lot because this game has a lot of content to do. So yeah, I'm gonna start off doing the Blackwood Quest, and then I'll probably, after I finish the main Blackwood Quest DLC, then I'll probably go around and do those side quests and all that. And then I'll probably just head off and do the Clockwork City one next, because I just adore the Clockwork City so much. It was like my most favorite place in this game. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to call this a stream. Or a night. Yeah, a night. And head to bed. Hello. And head to bed. So I will see you all next stream. Bye bye.